Uh, alrighty. Well, I'm going to tell you, today might start, shifting the way that I do things around here. Um, to be honest, I am not in any way, shape, or form, um, alright. Sorry, I had to get the TikTok app going. Basically, I'm going to stick on TikTok for basically at least a little bit longer. I don't know how long that's going to be. Um, but we are live. We are live here on YouTube, Trovo, and TikTok. But TikTok will probably be one of those things that I will end up leaving the app itself. Um, and there's a good reason for a lot of these things. But one of the things that I am pretty much going to tell you, going forward, um, your truck is going to have a different look and a different feel this year. Um, we're going to be doing pretty much basically, I'm going to pretty much use a new look for it. If you guys want me to go back to utilizing the truck and then the location that we end at, let me know. But for now, we're just gonna stick to simple, easy titles, and things going on with that. Thanks, Gang Gun 329. Thanks for joining these things. Um, okay, so I'm going to be taking one job tonight, and I'm going to be taking one job, specifically. Um, I have to remember where we're at. Let me go to navigation. Let me go to my world map real quick. We're in down here, so I think I will stay. I don't know if I'm currently doing a job, so we will see. Trip time's 8 hours. No, I said freaking external freaking contracts. I am literally... Okay. Your current job... Okay, actually, you know what? I don't have to pay that penalty fee. It's just a quick job. I don't have to pay the penalty fee. Let me show autosaves. I'm just going to load you instead. Because I don't have to do that freaking job, and I don't like to do quick jobs. Didn't want to do a quick job. I wanted to do a actual job, driving, because now I have my own truck. I can deal with those things. There's going to be expenses. There's going to be things along the way that we have to really pay attention to, but we are going to be driving here for pretty much for the next little bit. I'm gonna drive for about an hour today. Basically I'll be driving until 11 o'clock. No, and I need to gather. Okay. No. External contracts is what I want. That's land distance and ferry distance, pretty much ferry price, is gonna be that length, for the ferry. We'll take... No. We'll go and take this one. This one. Hold on. I shouldn't have checked that yet. I should also check Stoutenburger. Stavensburg. So we only got you, so, okay, so we are taking... Yeah, because these are external. These are external. Stone dust remains basically that's stone dust. We got wood shavings. It's 5 hours. Normal. You know what? We'll take the work clothes. Yeah, we're gonna have to pay $1,000 on our debt. But we should be A-okay on this. Pretty much. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to really share with you guys that along with these changes, I am going to specifically change it this year. I'm going to be more following a new rubric where we will be utilizing the thumbnail is going to be different. The thumbnail for now is going to be this way, and I'm going to keep it this way. I'm going to have a rotating set of titles that I'm going to rotate and set for different days, and I've used it a lot for this. So pretty much right now I could have gathered a driver for this vehicle itself, and I should have done that, because that way then I can take on quick jobs and allow this driver to drive this vehicle until we are able to get another one, which pretty much basically taking quick jobs would have been a-okay with me. I could have done a quick job, left this vehicle behind, but we are pretty much going to be playing Euro Truck until roughly, I don't know if Trovo is set up to be on Euro Truck right now. I'll have to check that as soon as when we get stopped. I don't have, I am pushing myself on this career, this way, so I don't have any issues now. So I am basically going to tell you I am happy with Euro Truck. I am happy with the game itself. I love this franchise to be this basically SCS for what they're doing. I will stand behind a company that did not release did not release the Russia map, because they did right. They stand by what they are doing. They are standing with the community of the LGBTQ. I hope they are absolutely standing with, at least standing against Russia. So as long as like I know that they're doing that. That's some maze, some wear and tear. Okay. But it's one of those things, guys, that basically this is going to be a trucking place where it's all going to be inclusive, trans-inclusive, and all inclusive for the LGBTQ community in general. It may not be perfect. It may not be things that are there, but I know that this is a little bit behind. I know I'm a little bit behind in sharing a lot of stuff that's going to be happening in today's stream, but I do want to share the stuff that I wanted to share with you anyway. Are going to be pertaining a lot to LGBTQ today. That, you know, look, that within the community itself, you may think you may not like this stuff, but if you're going to be in here and you're going to be in pretty much basically being a dick, pretty much, you're going to be out. I don't care. I don't mind the swearing as much, because to be honest, I swear a lot myself. I swear a lot myself, and I'm going to tell you right now that I absolutely am somebody that I don't care anymore about that, because, like, I do care. Like, I'm not going to be like, fuck. Okay. Because I do care. I am a big proponent of caring. I care about the community in general. I care about the community as a whole. And I basically am going to tell you, like, if TikTok is going to be run by the U.S. government, it's like, I'm probably going to leave. Like, they said 2 days ago, this is supposed to 4 days ago, and a couple days later, like, I don't know how the algorithm's going to work. I don't know how the algorithm's going to get changed. But I'm going to tell you that specifically I'm going to keep here on TikTok for a little while. But I'm going to stick to at least I will tell you, will be sticking to at least a few other platforms outside of TikTok and stuff that are going to be there, and you guys can always follow my socials through the link tree, um, or the links on the screen. I don't care. Um, I'm pretty sure because of these things, um, that pretty much we're going to stick to being LGBTQ inclusive. We are going to be focused heavily being in that, and I'm thankful that the United States Supreme Court gave the whoops gave the finger to Kim Davis, basically gave the middle finger to her. But that doesn't mean that we're out of the neck of the woods yet. There still could be a case out there that's going to overturn it because somebody didn't want for it. And I'm just going to tell you, like, people who do not people like me, or saying that you won't do something because it goes against your belief, um basically because it goes against religion, there are times where I usually will try to pick a job where I might not go to work for a company because of the relationship with my religion and stuff. But there are going to be times where you might not be able to get away from it. Okay? I thought I was working, when I started seeing, beer bottles and stuff. Like, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to really do the things that may go against your religion and go against things, and you have to. You cannot escape the real world. Okay? But you can live to your as long as you live to your standards, and you continue to live to those standards, you will be fine in this love world. It's like with the thing with Kim Davis. I am one of those people that basically said, "You look, I may not agree with the community itself, I mean, the real world. I mean, there may be some things I do not like about Christianity or that some people will think I'm being crazy or whatever. Um, I will tell you, like, if your religion tells you to not support the LGBTQ community or to support them, basically, I'm not saying like if your religion basically tells you not to care for others is what I'm meaning to say. Not caring about others is one of those things that you gotta really be thinking about it. You gotta have, yeah. I know we are I know we're $1,000 less. Um, but if I was a lid hadn't crashed because I was not quite paying attention. Luckily the cargo's not damaged. So luckily I won't be penalized, I don't think. But one of the things that I always will tell you, that I am somebody that as long as you be nice and kind to people, as long as you are be listening and pay attention to the things that help others instead of harm others, I am right with you. I am not with what with the community in a lot of ways when they decide not to help the trans community, because you have to either be in or you're out, and you can't be both. You cannot be partially into the community and be partially out of the community because you find a small portion of things where you don't want to agree with trans people being in on the sports team. You don't have to agree with it. Okay? You may not like it, but look, I'm going to tell you, you may not like it, but I'm going to tell you why you should like it. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter. There are a lot of things in this world that we may not like because few people in the world don't agree with what you do and what you say. There are a lot of things that you may not agree with the community because it's pretty much basically um for like you may be against the the trans community when they're wanting to play sports on their designated gender, and designated gender basically. I'm sorry, but you are pretty much basically you. Why? You can never. I I watch a guy that basically asks that you see a lot of that asks about a lot of these things and has these questions out there. It's like, okay, how can you basically come out and be against the community because you basically want to produce the XX or XY based on that characteristics? Well, what about those that don't have the XX or the XY or have any of these ounce of institutionalized institutionalized brain that basically says, no, you follow this way, you follow what you are told, and you do what you are told. You are not willing to sit out there and listen and actually have a critical mind, critical thinking. Like, let me be clear. If we don't have that critical thinking or that critical mind set, like, I will tell you, like, right now, I am a Democrat right now, and I was a Democrat at the time, that I'm going to tell you that at the time I was pretty much a Republican. I pretty much was standing by the Republican Party for pretty much most of the things that I basically stood by. I stood by the Republican Party until 2020. I was still a registered Republican until 2022, and I switched parties. In 2022, I switched to the Democratic Party not because of Trump. I switched because a lot of the ideals that I follow are pretty much a democratically held, with a exception. I pretty much stand with the Democrats unless it comes to gun issues. And to be honest, um, I stand with the gun laws and the gun things that we need. Like I am somebody that you look at the guns and you look at the things. Guns don't protect you in a way that um that if you have your own personal guns, they're not going to protect you if they decide to take it away. They're not going to protect you when an illegal person has a gun and comes to shoot you in the face or shoot you anywhere. They don't. Okay, but when you take and you listen to the 3D printing, it's like, okay, I don't want government overreach on a lot of things. Okay, government should not be there to facilitate taking away things. They should not be taking away the ability to make our own decisions. Things should be regulated enough to where that one, they are safe enough for the person to basically say, okay, well, that having some control and some things need to be done within it. It's the same thing when you look at the marijuana, or you look at the cigarettes, or you look at these things. The cigarettes are bad for you. They're literally, they have put out no ads pertaining to cigarettes. Ads that target you to go and have cigarettes. Smoking kills you. Now, of course, marijuana is a little bit safer than smoking. It's safer, more safer than smoking a cigarette, but it's still bad for you. Unless you are using it for medical purposes, I'm against it, but I don't care. I'm not going to do it because I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to stop somebody from doing marijuana because they make that decision and it's their choice, it's their right. But I'm going to make sure that, hey, look, I'm going to share with my personal belief on things. If you don't agree with it, you can do whatever you want with that. Um, for me, if you really want to start taking away rights from people, then how about then I'm gonna start going away and start taking away your alcohol, take away your coffee, take away your tea, take away your marijuana. Basically, if you are a state that produces that allows to have on the books marijuana, unless it's used for medical purposes, on the books, you will pretty much not receive money. I basically I would do that, and to be honest, that's how I picture it. But look, that's if people are willing and wanting to start taking away your gun rights. Let's start taking away those other things that harm people as well. You want to take away things that harm. Let's take away our vehicles. Our vehicles kill more people, and cigarettes kill more people. Drunk, drinking and driving kill more people than a gun, than most of the trans community. Trans community, very very seldomly does the trans community actually want to go out and hurt you. Like I don't want to be out there trying to hurt people. I don't want to be out there trying to kill people because it's not right. It's first off, it's wrong in making that choice. It's also wrong in doing the things that really put harm out there. Okay? It is no way, shape, or form is doing these things when you look at the things that we have in the world, that the more that you look into the situation of somebody's life, if somebody's out there drinking every day, smoking every day, doing things, they're addicted to it. Okay, they are becoming addicted to things. Now, of course, I'm not one to talk about it because I'm also telling you that I sit here and I'm addicted to playing Euro Truck. I'm addicted to playing video games all day. I have not been searching for a job. I will admit that. Okay, I will admit that right now. I should be looking for a job, but yet I am sitting here wanting to play video games more than anything. But I will tell you that that to be honest, like, I'm somebody that you look at the landscape going across in the world, you look at the places going on within the the choices that we make. A lot of times sometimes we all make poor decisions. I will admit I make poor decisions too. We all do. But there are some things that in my stance that basically, when I talk about getting back on track, um when I talk about going through being a person on the left. You know, I stand with abortion as long as it's done under the under God, done with God, done with the when it's done right with God, with children, or done basically in the, how can I put this? Basically, abortion should be done under the guidance of the, not the government, government. Okay, it should be done under the direction of the mother, the doctor, and God, and those are the only people it should really be doing. Okay. And those are the things that I will tell you that I stand with more often than any other portion of the religion or any portion of things that go on within our daily lives. Is, you know, that's why I'm left leaning, because I support I'm kind of leaning towards the left a lot, because I stand with basically making sure that everybody has universal health care, making sure that everybody has the equal opportunity to have um um yeah, I'm just gonna confirm on that. I thanks Donut SMP for joining the live stream. Thank you. I'm going to I'm now going to put in an eco driving. I always start with the first two so I can get a little bit further in what I'm doing. Um, and stuff. But there is a lot of things within my daily life that I pretty much basically, you know, looking back at my own personal life through history and understanding myself, I have come a long way, to be honest. You know, I used to be somebody that um where is that? That's going to Great Britain. Um that's going all the way over to the Great Britain from here. Um do we have um external contracts? Do we have anything going to um for, let me check. Um okay. That's going back to the Netherlands, to Norway. Um that's going to Gothenburg. Um Norway, I don't know what they mean by traveling. Why I did do I have to travel to Norway? Um because that's only about 200 land distance, about 250 kilometers. Um take olive oil. Um and that's a little bit more than the other one. That's But that's 6 hour drive time. That's a 7 hour drive time. And I can't take it anyways because I don't have a um empty pallets to Copenhagen, Denmark. That's a 4-hour trip time. I still can't take. Oh, it's double. It's a double trailer. Um, Odense, Denmark. Is gonna give us 3. I think we can take that one. Because I got 15 minutes basically. Um, I got 15 minutes to get out that way. So, but I will tell you, um, that as somebody who is very much um a supporter of the community, like even just being outside of the thing, like it does not bother me. It does not bother me when I see people watching, when I see sexual content or any content throughout that setup. Like, it doesn't bother me when I see gay couples kissing. It doesn't bother me one bit. It doesn't bother me when I see straight people kiss either, but it does not bother me when that happens, but when I see it on TV, I don't, for whatever reason, I think it does bother me. I think it just seeing it on TV, or just seeing it on TV, or just seeing it in general, I think it just bothers me altogether. Seeing that, I don't know if that's just. I'm just wondering if that's just me, or if that's just I'm wondering if it's just me because, you know, yeah, I'm kind of going off the cuff today, guys. I really don't have much to really talk about pretty much through that. But it doesn't bother me like one bit when I, I see trans people. It doesn't bother me. It's like I understand the only I'm starting to I don't understand everything about the community itself. Okay? I don't quite understand everything about the community. I don't quite understand the I under don't basically the only ones I understand, the easiest ones that I understand the most. I understand lesbians, I understand gays, I understand intersex, I understand the um I I kind of understand intersex. I'm not quite 100% there with that. I also understand not only that, but I also understand the um bisexual as well. I understand the trans community in in understand them a lot, but I do not quite understand the non-binary, and I do not quite understand those. But I am learning, and I'm still trying to learn when people use certain pronouns. And I know I'm supposed to be playing, and I know, that, I am here just pretty much basically just driving. Class is not getting on until 11:30 now, so I think I will pretty much do this haul, or at least until Scarlett's supposed to be on now, but, um, Scott's supposed to be on now, but I am probably going to see how long we can get this one to go through. I know it's not a lot today, um, but I'm going to tell you, like, we are starting to get somewhere. Um, Once we are starting to be able to pay on basically start having at least enough to start paying daily, um, on loans. Like, I still have to pay 100,000. I still have to pay a loan on the bank for this truck. Anyway, so I basically bought a truck, um, worked a little bit of some jobs, bought this truck, and now, um, we're gonna need to figure out some way to start figuring out a way to upgrade the engine here, because we're only at a 460 and we need to upgrade this, at least upgrade this, add a retarder, because if we go to our truck upgrades right now, now the light bar there, we don't have any upgrades right now. Um, but that's the next one's unlocks at level 8. And then basically we only got a handful. Now I'm pretty sure there's more unlockables, for a truck, but we just don't have everything fully unlocked yet. And there's just some examples of what's going to be coming down our pipeline for us. But like, I will tell you, like, I am gonna say, like, if you're somebody that's not willing to support the trans community in sports, you are no way, shape, or form. If you're not willing to support them, then in them being able to play in the sports that they are designated to want to play in, as long as they meet certain requirements. Like, most people, like, if you're gonna be, like, the biggest thing that's happened in the past that I always, because it's always stared in my brain because I kept hearing it all the time, is how this lady basically lost to another person. Basically, these two people basically butted heads, did not get her fifth place trophy because she was basically basically complaining that men are stealing trophies. They're complaining about men. That person did not steal your damn freaking trophy. They did not take away your trophy. You just did not get the trophy at the meet. It was Leigh Thomas and I can't remember the other, Riley Green, I think, or something. I don't remember. I don't remember the other person's in person. But I know that throughout the purpose, that you complained about a freaking trophy because you don't want men taking away women's trophies. But yet Trump took away a woman's trophy. And yet when I hear things like, you want to take away a trophy because some dickwad because you're being a dickwad about it, about taking about it, and make it all about you instead of just basically taking it and say, hey, look, we'll mail you, like, they even said that they would mail you a trophy. It would be you and you being able to see the trophy. Like what? Trophy is a trophy. A medal is a medal. Okay, I will tell you, before I transitioned, okay, now I will tell you, I transitioned and started my transition in 17. I still am on my transitional portion because I'm only socially transitioned, not medically transitioned yet. Okay, I will tell you that for right now. But when I will tell you, look, the thing is that you take away somebody's trophy, like, okay, whatever. You got angry because it's a materialistic item. Would I be mad if I lost all of my clothing, all of my shoes? No, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad because I lost the things that are there. Now, I would be mad, and I would be mad if I lost all important documents and important things that I need to be able to keep myself alive. Okay, to keep myself in check with the government. Okay, that's different. Okay, but losing the items, losing the shoes, losing the consoles, the video games, the Magic the Gathering cards that I have, the board games. I am going to tell you, I don't care about it. I do care a little bit. I do care enough to take care of it, to keep them in tip-top shape. But if I lost them because of a fire, or because of some bad weather, or because of things like that, I'm not gonna care. Okay, like if I would care if somebody came in and stole all this stuff. Yeah, I would complain. I'd be mad as hell, because that's a, like, one thing that you shouldn't be doing. Okay, of course, you know, I wouldn't complain if I lost things because of a fire, or I lost things because it's all materialistic. It's like, I don't care. I don't, like, if somebody, like the way that Leah Thomas and basically this other lady went after Leah Thomas for not receiving a trophy, because that was her rightful trophy. And they went and attacked trans people because of it. And it's not. And it's like, you are butthurt because you lost a freaking trophy. You're butthurt because you didn't get the trophy you wanted at that moment, at this time, because me, it's all about me. It's like, look, it shouldn't be about you. It should not be about you all the time. You should not be putting yourself out there and basically doing the things that you should not be going out there and pushing your material, or you should not be pushing yourself and pushing yourself in front of other people to make it all about you, and put things about you, and make it basically like what Trump's doing. Trump wants it to be all about him, wants to be in the limelight, wants to basically be all about him and nobody else. If I don't get my way, then what's the point? It's the same thing that happened with this thing. Basically, you take that trophy. They say they'll give you a trophy. Okay, good. They got you a trophy. You can share it on social media. You can you can do things that you can shine the light on that trophy because you want to. You don't have to get angry over somebody like Leah Thomas taking Leah Thomas and not being able to get the trophy you deserve at that moment. You don't have to receive that at the moment. What's what a problem a lot of people um what a lot of people do is a lot of these people um oh, okay. Okay, I made a slight boo-boo and I went in here thinking okay, because I need gas right now, so that's why actually I know why I came over here. Thought that was a through street, but I guess not. But anyway, there's always these people out there that will go out and complain about these things that they don't get what they want. There are people out there that basically like, if I don't have everything that I want $1 million. I want to be the richest man in the world, and I just because I want to have that title, just because I want to be the one that it's all about me. And it shouldn't be that way. I'm pretty sure I can do a real. Oh. Oh, okay, so I go this way. And I go this way. I see. Okay. And it's just sad to see people have to basically put themselves as being that way and only that way, and I'm sick and tired of people acting like that they rule the world, that they have to be there. I don't look. for me, when it comes to money or it comes to things like that, I do not put myself as wanting just enough to make a complete, to make it so that that I make ends meet. Okay? And that's all. Thanks, Miguel, for joining the TikTok live. That's all that I want it to be. I don't want it to be like a... Whoops. I don't want to be somebody that's out there to make billions of dollars, millions and upon billions of dollars. Today is live 1/2/3/2026. Thanks Fiedler for joining. It's like, why put yourself in making yourself all the way out there to being forced to follow a certain way, or doing things to basically get your way, or pushing people out of your life that are trying to help you, or a lot of things. I don't know, I'm just rambling off right now because for whatever it's worth, but I will tell you, it saddens me that, you know, that we are potentially going to World War III because of dipshit Donnie. That basically we are headed down that path. That World War III is going to be here anytime. It's not going to change. Okay, basically what I will tell you right now is World War III is a win, not an if. World War IV is more likely of an if than a win, but that doesn't mean that we won't have any of that. But the other thing I'm going to say right now is that, look, just because you dislike somebody does not mean that you dislike them because they're trans. You dislike them because they're labeled this way, or you put a label on them. You're no right. You have no right to go out and hurt an autistic person or a disabled person for any right or any means. Okay? If you are somebody that looks in there, you have to check to make sure that, you know, that they have the right tags. That if you're going to be in there in a handicap stall, you need to have those tags here in America. Like, I understand. That's one thing I do gripe about a lot of people, is that you are utilizing a space that is designated for people who are absolutely in need of doing so, and yet you want to park somewhere because you're so lazy to park, because you can't go out and park someplace else because you're so too lazy for it. Bullshit. And take your walk to the store. You may have to make you walk longer, but guess what? You're getting your exercise in for the day. You are doing more by actually getting life done that way. And stop pushing people around. That you stop pushing black people around because they're no better than you. There are bad, like, if you're going out there and you want to hurt a black person, think about what a white person can do to you. Think about that for a moment. Think about what the Somalian community can do to you, and backing up that black person because you dislike them. Somali, look, you put a title or an ethnicity group. You look at the Japan, or you look at Russia, or you look at any nationality, any skin color can make bad, can be mean, horrible pieces of shit, horrible piece of crap people out there, and trust me, it's not. It's like I'm gonna tell you, like, don't become a don't become somebody of being mean, because karma's gonna bite you in the butt at some day, some point. And doesn't matter if you are somebody that does not believe in God, okay, your choice. But I'm just gonna tell you this: if you do believe in God, God's out there watching everything you do. You may think you're doing right, and you may think you're doing what's right with God and doing what's right, everything with it, but you're not. You may not be. Okay? It doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean I'm doing perfect. It doesn't mean everybody's doing perfect, but at least something that you need to understand that you may never be able to go to heaven. You may never be able to, but that doesn't mean you won't make it. Some people will be able to make heaven and be able to do heaven in the right way of doing things. Okay? Nobody's perfect. Nobody will ever be. But the closer we can be acting like with God, the better. Those things include helping your neighbor, helping the Somalian community, helping the Mexican, helping the Canadian, helping the community at large in a lot of places, and doing the things that helping a Japanese person, helping other communities across the globe. So, but I will tell you this, tomorrow is gonna be another day. I might not be on tomorrow afternoon unless something changes. I will be doing some listening to a podcast, doing some dishes and stuff, that because our dishwasher currently is not working right. So doing some dishes tomorrow, making sure that things get done, and keeping on tip-top shape of it, because I gotta keep on tip-top shape in my room. I gotta do a lot of things that I just personally gotta be doing properly. So anyway, just a couple other things quite a couple other things before we switch over. Last thing before we switch over to Call of Duty, and for those of you watching on YouTube, make sure you guys are followed, make sure you guys are subscribed, because that's a great way to do so. And if you're watching here on YouTube, we will catch you guys later. I'm not going to switch you guys over to Call of Duty, just quite yet. I'm not going to switch over to Call of Duty just quite yet, but, when we do, YouTube will be shutting down the stream, so just remember to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification, because you may not know that you are subscribed, and you should be subscribed. You might be getting the streams, but you're not really subscribing, so I was kind of hoping I'd get to 200 by the end of the last year. I'm hoping by the end of this year. I'm gonna aim for my birth for April. To seeing if I can at least get 11 more subscribers. That would be great. But I'm not gonna tell you no, don't need to subscribe, you don't have to. But I will tell you, the last thing I will tell you is that Trump is not being a really great person. And there's a lot of things in my life that, within the United States that Trump has basically made me realize that I want to leave the United States, that I don't want to be here. but I know I need to be here because there are a lot of things that I can fight back. I can do things to fight better and do better. I even thought about basically running for office, and running for office for running for basically doing. It's gonna be a challenge. It's one of those things. I don't like being around people, but trust me, I have to learn about doing things. I wanted to do that. I don't know if I still might do that because I still got a level at the end of the year to do it. And if I do, it would mean a great deal. For it. That no, I would end up having to have two places to live. Like, you know, I'd have to have I'd already have one place already covered for me because of my mom, but I just have to basically make sure I covered my butt off in Washington for what it's worth. But it's one of those things where people need to really understand that the United States is not the greatest place to come. Do not come to the United States if you are thinking about it. Like, if you have been thinking about coming to visit, spend your dollars elsewhere right now. Go to Canada, okay? You have, Canada has a great community up there. There's a lot of people up there that, you know, are great. You can not only go to Canada, but you can go to spend your time in Japan, spend your time in Malta, spend your time elsewhere. Don't come to the United States. I know you want to. I know that there are a lot of people out there thinking, hey, come to the United States, come to do what's right, but don't. I'm asking you to go spend your money elsewhere because, you know, I would pretty much, like, if I had a job right now, I'd be saving up for my passport, and I would be utilizing my money in supporting the Japanese economy, the Maltese economy, or even Canada, for that matter. Okay? I would spend my money there than spend my money in the United States right now. For doing actually vacationing places. Okay? I would still support the United States in the ways that I can to continue to make sure that we're getting equally an opportunity to have a great United States instead of not being trying to make sure that it comes back center and come back to something like Obama era, or making sure that we are doing a little bit better in our daily life, to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity in America, to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity not only in America, but making sure that other countries can look up to us as being an ally instead of being hated upon. Making sure that kids don't go to school. Making sure that kids can go to school and know that they are not going to be bullied because of their food, because they cannot afford food. Making sure that kids can go to school and get a great education, knowing that they won't be bullied because of their food insecurity. Because at home they may not have the best food, but, you know, in that regards. But anyway, there's a lot of things that we will get into tomorrow. Pretty much we'll have some topic. Probably tomorrow we'll probably get on if I can. I will try to be on every day. Again, I'm gonna try to be on Monday through Friday. I'm gonna basically end Sundays from about 3 to 5, 5:30. Today I did not get on because I've been creating thumbnails, doing things for live streaming, and so I came in a little bit late. But afternoon streams are pretty much going to be specifically for YouTube and directly for YouTube, or my night streams. I am going to tell you, tonight was the only night that I did do Euro Truck, but because I was working on thumbnails and I wanted to live stream for anyway. But Um. But I will tell you, the one last thing I will say is that I'm gonna start doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoons are gonna be Euro Truck, and then for YouTube live streamed afternoons. Then my night streams are going to be pretty much Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for Call of Duty, and maybe a little bit of Fortnite. But we'll do that there for all of you guys who are on YouTube. My night streams will be specifically directly for Trovo and TikTok exclusively. Right now, until I get my game finished, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays will be specifically for the TikTok and Trovo. But Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and Fridays pretty much will be night streams only. So, because I want to work on my game, I want to get that done. And Fridays, Saturdays I won't be on because of Barnacles. So, anyway, as soon as I can get my game done, as soon as I can get it done, I will be fine and fantastic getting it done. Anyway, so yeah, so we'll catch you guys, later on YouTube, guys. We'll catch you guys, tomorrow night for some Call of Duty, for you guys here on YouTube. Make sure, guys, hit that follow. Make sure, here on TikTok and Trovo, and YouTube, make sure you guys are subscribed, because if you aren't subscribed here on YouTube, you won't get notified that I have gone live, and if you're watching here on, TikTok and Trovo, we'll switch over here in about couple minutes, 3 minutes. I gotta shut my computer, my gaming computer down, and then switch over to my PS5 because that's where I play that, because I cannot play on Linux for whatever. I can't play games like Call of Duty and things like that on Linux. I can only play it on Windows for whatever reason. But anyway, we will catch you guys later. Or in a minute.